What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks NBA Playoff Single Game Edition. Yes, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. We're going for one. We're talking about one basketball game because the Boston Celtics can't win as 13-point favorites at home without DeJounte Murray in the lineup for Atlanta, when they know Joel Embiid's got a bad knee, and they want to have that series start as much as possible. What are we doing here, Boston? They're still the title favorites absolutely everywhere, which is kind of wild to me. I guess Joel Embiid's injury status, if you will, pretty important, and Phoenix on the other side. I totally get it. Totally get why they're favored to win the West, but pretty wild stuff seeing Boston struggle against Atlanta. They've had this proclivity, whether it was random Houston games, Sacramento. I mean, there are so many different times throughout the season. Sacramento's a good team. I didn't mean to besmirch them, but there's so many random games that the Celtics have lost to bad teams. And, well, this whole playoff series is a microcosm. They can still play elite basketball. They can still lose to anybody. You just in a 7-game series need to win 4 of them. So I think they'll get that done in one of these last 2, just like I think you'll be signing up at FanDuel Sportsbook if you haven't already. And here's why. $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Take advantage of that in FanDuel. We have tons of offers down in the video description box below. I know that we have a DraftKings one that is identical to the FanDuel one as well. If you want to sign up for that, if you don't have the 2 biggest sportsbooks, DraftKings or FanDuel, right now in your life, get them now for $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. When you bet $5, it doesn't even need to win. It doesn't matter what happens with that bet. You're going to guarantee yourself $150. I almost said $450. That would be a lie. $150 in bonus bets, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Oh boy, one game. I'm going to talk slower. Stall a little bit, maybe. We got to fill this to like almost 10 minutes. All right, well, here we go. Atlanta, Game 6, Boston, let's party. Tea party. Boston Tea Party. We could have a conversation about that back in not 76. I think it was before. Is it after it? No, I don't know. I will Google that as we get to the picks. The Boston Tea Party occurred on December 16th, 1773. It was a political protest. It was throwing the King's tea into the ocean, which is basically not what the Boston Celtics did to the basket in Game 5. Look at that, Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks. It all comes together now. Birds of a feather now. Let's party. Trae Young, Ice Trae. He's back. He's got his groove on. The Emperor's New Groove. Could go down to Disney to again. I'm just filling the time here, but I'm very much looking forward to this game as a standalone, just because again, Atlanta getting DeJounte Murray back, that's definitely a plus for them. I gotta imagine that improves their outlook in this spot. Bogdanovich decided to just nuke the second half. Looked fantastic for them too. John Collins, that's the best game he's played since 2015. It feels like. Is he in the league into? I don't think. I'm not going to Google that one. 2015. That seems a little bit early. Much later than that. But either way, looking at Boston, Atlanta, and I'm excited from a prop perspective, and we're going to keep it going. Leans, likes, locks, same exact protocol here as we've had before, but I'll talk a little bit more in depth about it just because, again, it's only one game. Hawks, 6.5-point home dogs in this one. Gonna have to say, I'm probably staying away from that one. And then from a total perspective, exactly where it's been sitting for the last few, 232, 232.5. But I still think if I had to be firing anything in those outrights, I'd be looking at the under of 232.5. This Boston team just got embarrassed at home. Absolutely embarrassed. That's absurd for them to be losing that basketball game, knowing what was at stake, knowing that Philadelphia's next, knowing that Joel Embiid has a bad knee and you could have gotten that thing moved up. I mean, that was just such a choke. But now they're not going to be able to start that series if they win on Thursday until Monday. And if they lose this game, they wouldn't start till Wednesday. So I'm looking ahead, and I see a lot of incentive for Boston to be playing Jason Tatum max minutes, to be playing Jaylen Brown max minutes. It's a long break there, and you definitely don't want to have to go back home if you can help it and have to deal with this. And again, give Joel Embiid more rest time. That is problematic. You're trying to win an NBA title, and if you can't get through the Hawks here, it's going to be problematic. But under 232.5, that's the lean. In terms of possessions, I mean, we've seen Atlanta play up in pace pretty much all season long, fourth in with 101.3 possessions per 48 minutes. That's nifty stuff. Boston, they've been the best adjusted offensive rating team. Them and Sacramento 1-2 pretty much the entire season in that department, even if the pace is outside of the top 10, just fractionally, sitting there in the mid-range, 15, 16, 17. So there you go. Just throwing it out there. Really good when you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown leading your offense. Well, I actually don't even have a Boston prop on the board, and I want to at least throw this out for you from the get-go. I almost threw down Al Horford over 7.5 points. I think in these kind of scenarios, now Robert Williams is going to have to be a massive part of any next series, but we've still seen Al Horford just have zero usage the last two. 0 for 2, 1 for 5, but has played 34 and 33 minutes. Gotta expect they're going to make some adjustments where he just gets wide open three-pointers because that's what he does. Did you know Al Horford, a 44.2% three-point shooter during the regular season? That's outrageously good. Give the dude some looks. Throw it out there. Give him an opportunity to throw the ball in the basket. Hoop. Things like that. It's good. But we're actually, nowadays, everybody want to talk like you got something to say, but none comes out when they move the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. What the F's up with that? Like they forgot about DeAndre Hunter, that was terrible. That was the worst bit ever. I apologize to everybody. I'm the worst rapper that has ever walked this entire earth. But DeAndre Hunter, phenomenal game 4 that we saw from him. Didn't really come to fruition for the Atlanta Hawks in that one, losing 129-121 at home. But now, what are we doing with plus money attached to 1.5 when he's attempted a minimum of 5 threes in every single game since game 2? We're talking 9, 6, 6, and 5. From a pure volume perspective, that's abnormally high. And yes, he's only a 35% three-point shooter. Too bad he doesn't shoot it like Al Horford. This would be a slam dunk lock of play. But I think DeAndre over 1.5 threes at plus money right now over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, I know we're sponsored by FanDuel. I know all of those great things, but the best number is at DraftKings right now, plus 125. You can sign up for that in the video description box below as well. Take advantage of all those great offers at the sportsbooks because, again, this is called Odd Shopper. The point is that you shop for the best lines. I don't want to be paying plus 115 like is at FanDuel, although if you don't have FanDuel yet, it's a good spot to go sign up for future plays. But DeAndre Hunter, DraftKings, plus 125, 1.5 threes. Let's effing go. Ad break. Look at me being sneaky. You're super sneaky, sir. Manscaped, baby. Get 20% off and free shipping with promo code Stokastic. Yes, we are the Odd Shopper channel, but Stokastic, that is where we all hail from. Our lovely parent company here. Daddy, if you will. We'll call him Daddy. STOKASTIC. DAD, if you will. There it is. Look at that. I can say Daddy, but I can also say I want to take care of you, not just in the betting department, but in terms of how to take care of yourself. And this ultra smooth package where the crop exfoliator just opens it all up, the crop gel, everything you could possibly want, the lawnmower 4.0, the weed whacker 2.0. We're talking state-of-the-art trimmers that I have not nicked myself with once, and I am an idiot with a razor. Absolute dunce cap. There's a reason that I don't shave very often because I will nick myself with any blade if possible, and I have still yet to nick myself on any part of my body with the lawnmower 4.0. That is a feat amongst itself. And if that is not good enough for you guys to get, I don't know what to tell you because, again, I don't know. I want to have a good crop. I want to have a good situation presented for my wife. And if you want the same for your significant other, check it out. The Performance Package 4.0, the Platinum Package 4.0, all of the great fixings, crop exfoliators, the crop mops, the cleansers, the preservers, everything you could possibly want to take care of yourself. So we're talking basketballs. We're also talking your actual balls. Take care of them. STOKASTIC, 20% off, free shipping with promo code Stokastic. Awesome stuff. Thank you to Manscaped. We carry on to the lock. I'm feeling invigorated after a great discussion about Manscaped. Can't tell you enough how much I do love that lawnmower 4.0. It's just dead honesty. Real talk, fam. That's what we do here. And we're heading to the lock department. This is what you really want. I know. So let's go through it. A lot of pieces that we're going to be paying close attention to in terms of what just happened and what just went wrong from the Boston side. So I'm still kind of making my decisions on what I'm going to be targeting there with that rotation. But, my friends, the Atlanta side is pretty clear cut to me. That one guy didn't have to play a single minute in game 5. It's a big deal. We're talking a lot of players that just got done playing 38 to 40 minutes, have another game under their belts. This was 2 days ago. I get it. They're NBA players. They're conditioned for this stuff, but high energy playoff environments, they'll zap it out of you. And Boston just dealt with all of that. DeJounte Murray did not have to deal with a damn thing. He simply got to sit there and do nothing because he was suspended. He was a bad boy. Shame to your household. Don't push a ref. But also, again, you can knee somebody in the balls or slap them in the balls like that, and you're not going to get in trouble. A lot of ball talk today. I'm okay with it. We're doing all right. Just bros hanging out in the locker room, chit-chatting, doing the thing. Hell yeah, dude. Deuces. But either way, I am absolutely targeting DeJounte Murray to go nuts here. And some might argue, Eric, Bogdanovich just played great. Well, yeah, he absolutely did. Eric, you just had John Collins play his best game in forever. Yeah, you absolutely did. But you brought in and gave up everything for DeJounte Murray to be there. And if you're trying to win one basketball game, which is all you need to be focused on if you're Atlanta in a game 6 here, you're playing DeJounte Murray 40 minutes. He played 40 minutes in 2 of his last 3 in this series, has not played fewer than 36 minutes. And for the season, averages 5.4 rebounds per game. Now, we talked about Giannis yesterday. We talked about a number of players from Milwaukee where they see a huge minutes increase from their regular season totals to the playoffs because they go from playing 30 to 32 minutes because they blow out everybody to playing 40 minutes in must-win spots like they have again with Miami tonight. That game is going to be so fun. Can't wait to watch it. But DeJounte Murray was already averaging 36.3 minutes per game. So you have to take this 5.4 rebounds per game average, and you have to take it pretty literally. Like that's going to be close to the projection. But I repeat, did not have to play a single minute in game 5 because he was suspended. And again, don't push refs. But I feel pretty confident that a guy who has had at least 5 rebounds in every single game in the last 5, and every single game of this series, he's eclipsed this 5.5 number. I don't know what it's doing here. It's almost like the number is implying that somehow, some way, he's not going to be playing his regular season minutes total, that they're going to somehow, because he didn't play in the last game and they won it in Boston, not give their number 2, like their absolute, no doubt about it, 1A, Trae Young, 1B, DeJounte Murray, that they're not going to give him his regular run. That is asinine to me. That is insanity to me. And that becomes at minus 120, 5.5 rebounds over at PointsBet right now. Fire that to the moon. I'm in love with this prop. I'm in love with a lot of DeJounte Murray props. So there's not going to be very many that you bring to me that I'm not going to be over projecting past where the marketplace currently has it. And I repeat, because of the offensive efficiency of Boston and because you need to go out and outscore them and create different looks, DeJounte Murray, a really good rebounding guard, going to be on the floor a lot. I see no way around this. Give me the guy with fresh legs. It's going to just... I just can't wait. This is going to be a fun one. DeJounte Murray, over 5.5 rebounds. Lock it up. Put in a package. Save it till Christmas. It'll still be good. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays from this Atlanta and Boston game. And we'll be back with you on Friday for a couple of actual basketball games, not just this Showdown One Gamer. But check out FanDuel Sportsbook. Check out Manscaped as well. Great stuff, as always, from them. Until next time, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Thursday.